Now I would like to invite, to give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I would like to express our deep regret that once again we have to have this Security Council meeting in a VTC format. This is despite the fact that nothing is preventing us from returning to in-person meetings in the Security Council, whilst observing all social distancing requirements due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A lack of decision amongst many of our colleagues, and given the fact that the COVID situation in New York is increasing and the city is returning to normal life, means that we should be able to return to the Security Council chamber. We would ask the Chinese presidency to take steps so that our council can swiftly revert to its traditional working methods and format. Mr. President, we'd like to thank the Special Representative, Janine Hennis-Plassert, for her briefing. Once again, we confirm our support for the work of the UN assistance mission in Iraq in all areas of its mandate. We express our concern regarding the numerous challenges still facing the friendly country of Iraq. The deteriorating socio-economic situation has led to people protesting. The situation is further complicated by the sharp fall in state revenue due to a decrease in the price of oil and the spread of coronavirus. Against this backdrop, there are ongoing incursions by underground terrorist groups. We support the efforts of the government, headed by Mustafa Khadimi, to improve the situation in Iraq and to ensure security and the respect for law and order there. Now, nevertheless, we understand that it is not possible to swiftly resolve all problems facing the Iraqi authorities. International attention and assistance should be given to socio-economic and humanitarian issues, especially given the coronavirus pandemic and the need to rebuild those areas that were targeted and affected by ISIL. In this regard, we welcome the adoption of the budget for this year. This step will help to, so to speak, free up the tackling of several pressing issues. These include holding elections, distributing oil revenue, and carrying out social welfare projects. The fight against terrorism is still crucial. Despite the Iraqis' achievements in the area of counterterrorism, the security situation in the country is still fragile. This is in part because of increased activity of terrorist groups. We deem it necessary, however, for all those players engaged in counterterrorism in Iraq to respect the sovereignty of the Iraqi state and to coordinate their actions with Baghdad. One of the priorities for Mr. Mustafa Khadimi's cabinet is to prepare for early parliamentary elections to be held in October this year. We trust that the country's political parties will manage to reach agreement on this. We welcome the Iraqi request to the UN Security Council for UNAMI to monitor the parliamentary elections. We are willing to have a substantive discussion of this issue in the Council in the context of the forthcoming mandate renewal of this mission. We should particularly support Baghdad and Kuwait's resolve to settle swiftly all outstanding issues in the Kuwait dossier, given the stable positive dynamic in this process. We confirm our consistent approach, to wit, Iraq should not become an arena for regional confrontation. We urge all external players seeking a stabilization of the domestic situation in Iraq to refrain from steps which could have a negative impact on the situation in the country. We highly commend Baghdad's efforts to establish good neighborly relations. We trust that Iraq and other regional players will harness their diplomatic potential in order collectively to promote peace and stability in the entire Middle East region. This includes based on Security Council Resolution 598 and the relevant Russian concept. Thank you.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for his statement.